Hello everyone, Brock from Brock and Sindri, back again for another Fable Thursday, continuing our Tour of Albion. This week we're stopping off in Brightwood, and Brightwood is a forest region in Fable 2. This area is home to the famous Brightwood Tower, which we'll talk about in this video as well, and is also the residence of the mage and hero of Will, Garth. Brightwood is situated between Bower Lake, Bandit Coast and Deepwood. It is brimming with hobs, balverines and bandits, although there are 3 underground tombs also to be explored. 1 or 2 travelling merchants and a travelling games master, Spinnerbox, can be found in Brightwood. There are no shops or stalls. The Albion Guard are present in the region, and the guard can usually be found on the main path between Bower Lake and Giles's farm. A sheriff occasionally makes an appearance in the area between the gates of Brightwood Tower and the bridge. There is a demon door known as the Sepulchre, and the demon door, I probably butchered that pronunciation. The demon door is Brightwood is located between the road to the Bandit Coast and Giles's farm. The Brightwood demon door may very well be the strangest door in the game. After warning the hero of poison gas, the door tells the hero to go away, and if you wait through his complaints, he will moan about his requirement for opening. Cheese. To open the door, you need to offer him cheese. He will then tell you that you are not wearing the uniform of the sacred bearer of cheese. The uniform involves dreadlocks and mutton chops, even for the ladies. However, if you are already wearing dreadlocks and mutton chops before he requests them, he will choose alternative styles for you to wear. You may need to bring more cheese when you return to him, but either way he will want you to go away and find a certain outfit to wear, and this can be obtained from a combination of Oakfield, Bowerstone and Bloodstone clothing shops. The required outfit can vary for each hero, so it is recommended you follow the demon door's directions. Inside the door is a graveyard. In one of the tombs there is a chest containing 3 one-of-a-kind items: a Lad of the Night's cap, a tied shirt, and jester pants. All of the items give you raunchiness points and make up the outfit of some of the game's gigolos or male prostitutes. So some of the points of interest: Brightwood Tower is a large stone tower that can be found within Brightwood in Fable 2. The tower is located on the left as soon as the player enters Brightwood from Bower Lake. However, the player won't be able to go visit the tower until you've recruited Hammer and is instructed by Teresa at the guild to go recruit Garth. The area has 2 entrances to the tower. One is near the road to Bower Lake and the other is located within Ripper's camp. The tower also holds a Cullis gate which Garth supposedly built, which is used to access Wraithmarsh. It has a base value in game if you were to buy it, which is 250,000 gold. It does have bonus, health regeneration and 5 minutes of fame. The tower was originally built by Stella Malgrave, a will user who studied spells inside the tower. She was killed during the revolt against heroes, but the tower could not be destroyed due to the protective spells that Malgrave had cast on it. Once owned by Garth, Brightwood Tower can be bought upon returning from your initial foray into Bloodstone. If you do not own the property, expect to be met by Lucian's Spire Guards and Spire Soldiers accompanied by a shard every time you return. The tower is 5-star and has a base value of 250,000 gold, but as with all property in the game, the actual price does depend on the economy, the hero's renown and some other factors, so purchasing the tower will end attacks from Lucian's men. Once bought, the player will not receive any income from the tower because it cannot be rented out, and as it is a unique place, you can't sell it either. No refunds. There are 2 beds in the tower, but only the bed on the top of the tower will start the Brightwood Tower quest. The sleeping bonuses of the tower are health regen, health boost and fame boost. The entrance to Archon's Knot is just behind the Cullis gate. Just vault down after returning from Bloodstone to get here, and you can set the tower as your marital home. And Fable 3, if you follow the main path in Silver Pine to the end, you can see a building that does look like the Brightwood Tower, but it's unreachable. The tower itself actually has 4 levels. The first floor is a small room containing several barrels, some of them are explosive. The second floor is a large courtyard area with a Cullis gate and the entrance to Archon's Knot. There's also a room with a bed, a few bookcases, and a lot of wall clocks. The third floor is a lab. It has desks and bookcases all around the room. This floor also has a small balcony that looks over the courtyard on the second floor. The 4th and highest floor is only accessible after you bought the tower. It's reached by a ladder and has a magic bed that transports the hero to Nightmare Hollow. There's also a chest which contains Garth's diary, and if you shoot out the windows, you can find a gargoyle. Alternatively, if you stand on the Wraithmarsh Cullis gate, you can pick it off with any rifle. It is on the inner side of the left buttress. Next area of note is Brightwood Farm, which is known as Giles's Farm. It's a dynamic area, meaning it changes depending on the hero's choices. It is important in the Cold Comfort Farmer, Red Harvest and Blind Date quests. At first, the farm only consists of one house and a small field. If the hero chooses the Cold Comfort Farmer quest, the farm flourishes during the years spent in the Spire. The small shack is replaced by a cottage and a barn is built. Guard or two stays near the farm and a couple more farmers have moved in. If the hero chooses the Red Harvest quest, the farm is devastated. It becomes dark and foggy and hollow men spawn on the dead field. Giles's grave can be found there, but his house remains. I believe it's also a throwback to Orchard Farm, where the husband in the couple that ran that farm was actually called Farmer Giles as well. There's an island tower, which is a smaller abandoned keep, which is found on an island in the middle of the lake below and behind Brightwood Tower. It contains one room underground with a chest containing several pieces of average jewellery. There's also a gargoyle on the back side of the keep. Brightwood dungeons, which are in Archon's Knot, the Farm Cellar, and Nightmare Hollow. The Archon's Knot can be accessed by jumping off the second story of Brightwood Tower, as we mentioned before. There's no enemies inside, but you can get an expression statue, a gargoyle, and a silver key, and one chest which contains the Cursed Warrior augmentation. And after you make your way through the dungeon, you'll find yourself on a cliff that overlooks the Brightwood Bandit Camp and Brightwood Tower. To your right is a chest containing the Daichi, one of the best overall melee weapons in the game. The Farm Cellar can be accessed after the Red Harvest or the Blind Date quests. Either dig in Giles' grave or buy his farm to obtain the Portcullis key. Use the key on the Portcullis in his cellar, which after the Spire is located in the barn behind the ladder if you did Cold Comfort Farmer, and behind the abandoned shack if you have not. Make your way through the narrow hallways, fighting off hollow men attacks almost continually, and you'll find yourself in a large sandy room. Pick up the silver key and dig in the center of the room to get the Enforcer, one of the most powerful ranged weapons in the game. And Nightmare Hollow can only be reached after buying Brightwood Tower. You go to the top floor and sleep in the bed. And when you wake up, you're going to be a child again, though you'll keep all of your weapons and spells, and you'll walk up to the chest and try to open it to meet Chesty. Chesty wants to be your super best friend. From that point on, he will play hide and seek with you, and every time you find him, he will give you rather disturbing notes, teleport away, and leave you to fight some sort of creature. His other super best friends include, in order, Beetles, Hobbs, Hollow Men, more Hollow Men, and a Banshee, and then Balverines. And when you have beaten all of his friends, he will give you 100,000 gold and the Diamond of Sorrow, also worth 100,000 gold. Sleep in the bed to return to Brightwood. Upon completion of the quest, you will have returned to the age you were before leaving for the Spire. That is cool. Gravestones. There are some gravestones located in the Ripper's Bandit Camp. Big Mort. We told you not to try that tofu. Slanderous Jim. Really shouldn't have insulted the boss. Murdering Skippy. Don't mind the gap. Blotch. Blew his head off while cleaning his gun. Casper. Wherever you are, look where you're going. And Brightwood contains 5 fast travel locations. Brightwood Tower, Westcliff Road, Bower Lake Road, Giles's Farm, the Forsaken Fortress. Although the fast travel point says Westcliff Road, the following region actually leads to the Bandit Coast, which Westcliff lies beyond. Some trivia. There are at least 3 Balverines to be found when swimming in the river right by the Brightwood Farm's water mill. To find these Balverines, one must swim in a southerly direction. Pre-Spire, beetles occasionally spawn here. Though it's closer in size to Greatwood, its strange stones with glowing cracks and holes through the middle are very similar to Witchwood stones. Brightwood is geographically close to the region of Greatwood from Fable and Fable TLC, however the Lionhead developer Gradius1 has confirmed that they are not the same place, which I think is not true, but whatever, that's what he said and we have to go with it. And just to clear up, Greatwood did not become Brightwood and Orchard Farm did not become Giles's Farm. Yeah, no. Brightwood is one of the few regions to feature all types of enemies with the exception of trolls. Iron axes were the weapons of choice for the warriors of ancient Brightwood. Unused assets in Fable The Lost Chapters suggest that Brightwood was planned to be its own place in the original Fable. And that's Brightwood. What did you guys think of the area? And where would you like to go next on our Tour of Albion? I think next week we might go to Bloodstone. But after that, let me know. And I'll see you next Thursday for another Fable Thursday.